planned drawdown of the UN's peacekeeping operation in the DRC was discussed recently by policymakers in Washington. VOA's Carolyn reports.
The UN's largest peacekeeping operation has been in the Democratic Republic of the Congo for over a decade. It started off as military observers during a war that drew in more than 6 African countries and has killed millions of people. The mission, called MONUC, has drafted 22,000 soldiers from militaries all over the world. Several separate conflicts continue, yet the Congolese government is pressing for the United Nations peacekeeping force to withdraw by 2011. At a briefing in Washington, UN Special Representative Alan Doss told policymakers that military and civilian forces need to work together.
In terms of our drawdown, what we've said is that we think certainly things need to be accomplished, dealing with the armed groups, restoring state authority, for example, helping to strengthen the government's own forces that they can progressively take on the role of what we've been doing in MONUC are critical. The time frame for that, these are the sorts of things that will be requiring discussion.
Conflicts persist because the Congo is mineral-rich in resources and is believed to possess some of the world's largest untapped gold deposits. Over 1.5 million refugees have been displaced.
We've put in place some measures to deal with the problem, for example, of violence against women in the Kivus. We have a national strategy which the government has adopted and we are helping to implement. It's about having peacekeepers working with communities to protect them against armed groups. It's about helping to bring back the police and improve their capacities, but it's also about justice and judges and courts. It's not a single solution here.
Doss says the international community plays a key role, and for the conflict to end, there needs to be an alignment of interests and political will. He argues stabilization and reconstruction efforts need to be launched before the war ends.
The whole demographic dimension, large numbers of young people, and I have to say young men, who've come into devoid of any economic opportunity, particularly in Eastern Congo. What we need there is more and more jobs. We need public labor works and so forth.
Doss says that without employment prospects, young people may engage in violence. And he says reintegration programs, public works projects, and bringing back police are requirements for economic growth for the region. Carolyn, VOA News.
Now, for more information on any of today's stories, please visit us online at voaafrica.com, and you can also visit us on Facebook. Just search for In Focus.